piece of work. But, well, help me out. And I'll forget I owe you a gut punch. Yeah, I found this beautiful view and I want a picture by it. Real heroic, real manly. All right. I'll get into place. Pop, let me get ready. Tell me how I'm looking, all right? This gotta look good. How's my position? Should I do something? Go on. Yeah, this'll look real fine. Something like this? All right, get the camera out. Come on. You'll need your camera. Get your camera ready. No, you got one. Too close for a picture. I know that. Shit. You are damn terrible. I'll take the picture with me. Here. You tried at least.
N-word. I like big black cocks up my nigga ass.
Escape. Neither Pete nor Phil was really cut out for running, though. They got picked up at the end of town and hanged the next day, which seemed harsh to me. back off. Oh! Jesus!
Get the hell
Game. Good talk.
What's up, Element? Thank you for tuning into the stream. I do talk, I will talk, and I won't talk whenever I feel like I won't. What? Hey! Man, wearing a mask and things. Yeah, we're walking, but we're not walking. It's a glitch, but we're walking. It's pretending walking, fake walking. Why we fucking walking? Don't wanna walk. We'll take it back and then we'll walk it again. That was the warning shit I've ever seen. Now I guess what we'll do from here, we'll see where the map, treasure map, we'll see how much we get as far as gold comes out of the treasure map. We have 216.666 gold. 21666.
Lucky this is popular, how common it is. Dime a dozen these days. Lucky this is popular, how common it is. Dime a dozen these days. Lucky this is popular, how common it is. Done.
Go ahead, baby. We gonna get this gold right now, guys. Hell yeah. Currently, as we sit, we at 21666. What are we getting? It's gonna be over 1 gold. Bye, baby. Yeah, yeah, let's go. 2.1666. Over 1, baby. Over 1. Let's get it. Over 1, baby. 1.38. Hell yeah. 2.1804. Hell yeah. We over our brick, baby. Hell fucking yeah. That's how you do it up in this motherfucker, guys. Definitely join up. We gonna be running through this gold tonight. Alright. Oh yeah, look where we at. Ready? We're gonna go in another half a brick right now. Oh yeah. We're gonna come up to 218.5 218.504. Hell yeah. Another half a brick for y'all. Just to go put a different belt buckle on. Is all it takes, man. Definitely get your streaks up, man. I'm telling you. And anybody that plays this fucking game, that knows anything about this fucking game, 100% Rockstar's putting gold. Gold is buying whatever the fuck you need to buy from here on out. So get your gold. You're crazy, bro. Stay trippy, my friend. I'll come back now, you heard? Shout out to RJ on Trippy Commentary. Definitely check him out, man. I like to shout my people out, man. I'm always gonna show my people out. I ain't a motherfucking sellout. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, everybody that plays on, puts time and effort onto a YouTube channel, it don't matter if you make it or not, but at least you did it. So I'm not with that. Oh, yeah. Always reset. Oh, yeah. Back right the fuck up out of there real quick. Going that good. Rockstar just kicked me from this server. Anybody that wants to meet up, join up in the next server. Hell yeah, guys. We can get into a private lobby, whatever you guys want to do. Definitely let me know. Throw some comments down below, guys. Come on. I'm going to be playing for like another 2 hours tops, guys. 2 hours, that's all. Then I'm done. Yeah, it's 9:25 here. Talking 2 more hours for myself. You guys want to join up, you guys want to play, you guys want to do some animals, you guys want to make some money, you guys want to grind some gold, definitely join up. Let me know. Talk in the chat. We are live. This is not by any means a video. This is a live stream, live chat. Let's go. Let's get it. Drop your comments below. Quiet squad, that's what I know. Yo, bro, you have more than alright, guys, let's look at what's going on. Now, listen. I got 20 silver. I got 218.44 gold bricks. And I got $18,591.21. Breathe. Breathe. Those deep. Breathe. Breathe. There's grace. It's funny. It's like low-key night, right? Y'all let me know when y'all ready. Cause y'all motherfuckers seem to come out at the same time. Same place. Carry 420 grease squad. Come on. Not worried about it for a minute. Alright, where we at? Where we at on the map, guys? Everybody, what's up? What's up? What's up? I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving holiday. Hell yeah. Actually, you know what? Do I have a fucking camp on my map? Give me a fucking camp on my map. I'm gonna bring fishies, stream live on my shit. Don't copyright me, bro. I'm just trying to support you. Shout out to that guy. I'll link him in my video. Definitely check Fishy out on YouTube. I'm sure y'all know who he is.
One defended a campsite, 750 distance non-player enemy dragged from horseback, 10 flying birds killed, 5 rock bass caught, and 1 visited Boulder Glade. Today, Madame Nazari is located in Tall Trees, that's over in West Elizabeth, north of Manzanita Outpost, west of Blackwater. If you need to know a location for Defend the Campsite, there is a link down in the description. You can pick this map up over on Reddit. Boulder Glade is located southeast of Rhodes, just east of Braithwaite Manor. This isn't like the best spot on the planet, or maybe it is, I don't know, but I know you can get rock bass at Quaker's Cove. That might be where I'm just going to go straight to. And then today's daily challenges, if you're level 20 in your
Alright, I'm gonna give a shout out right here. Yo, straight shout out to Finn Pup, FINNPUP, Finn Pup. Shout out to that lady, Finn Pup. I'm going to where you are right now. Alright, shout out to that person, Finn Pup. Definitely check them out on YouTube. Also, Finn Pup says you can get them over in Heartland Overflow.
It's time for Kia's Holiday Sticker Sales Event. All of our amazing vehicles come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and advanced technology features. And during our Holiday Sticker Sales Event, hurry in to get 0% APR for 66 months and $2,000 additional cash on specially tagged 2019 vehicles. Visit your local Kia dealer, look for a sticker, and save. It's the perfect time of year to get a great deal, so hurry in to Kia's Holiday Sticker Sales Event today.
You say, rain delay. Patrick and his biggest fan, Mary, here. Game on. Days like this, call for Irish Spring Body Wash. Fresh, cool Irish scent.
You look good today. Even better now.
Irish Spring. Clean up right.
Welcome back, guys, to my Red Dead Online tip series. Today's video is going to be an in-depth look at how you can win more gunfights in Red Dead Online. So this video should help you find your optimal loadout, the best ability cards, and also the best weapons to maximize your chances of surviving out there in the Wild West. Whether it's to fend off griefers in free mode, or you just want to rank up faster in game modes and get more kills, such as Showdown, this video should really help you guys out. Alright, so the first tip I'm going to share with you is the settings. Now, if you're playing the default settings, you're automatically at a disadvantage. There's quite a few tweaks you can make to the settings. They're actually going to help you win more gunfights. So if you head into your settings menu and then click on controls, I'll show you guys what tweaks you can make. First of all, I like to turn both my look and my aim sensitivities up to about 2/3 full. You can turn this higher if you personally prefer to play in high sensitivities. If you are used to playing other games on a high sensitivity, you might want to turn this up a bit, but I find about 2/3 full works well for me. Next, you want to turn your aim look acceleration all the way to 100%, and then your aim look dead zone all the way down to 0%. What this is going to do is help you lock on to enemies a lot easier in PvP. So this is going to improve your accuracy and help you guys get more kills. Next up, for the first person controls, I'd recommend mirroring what you have for the third person controls, so use the same look sensitivity to keep that consistent. Also turn up your aim look acceleration all the way up on this one, and your aim look dead zone all the way down. The last change I'd recommend making is in accessibility at the bottom, and change your running mode to toggle to run. What this is going to do is mean that instead of having to hold the A or the X button to run, you just tap it once and you're automatically going to be running. It makes PvP a lot easier because you don't have to think about moving your finger or your thumb onto the A button to sprint. You can just automatically think about aiming at people and not have to worry about pressing that button. The next tip is going to be an optimal ability card setup. And I want to say I mentioned to Dylan362 for this setup is probably the best one I've seen so far. If you guys have not used ability cards yet, I'll cover quickly how they work. So we basically get one main ability card we can use, and then 3 passive cards. You unlock your first passive slot at level 10, your second slot at level 20, and then your third passive card, which I personally haven't unlocked yet, but you get that one at level 40. And these passive cards will give you a huge edge against your opponent, because you can purchase upgrades and even upgrade your ability cards to give you better recovery, deal more damage in the game, get more critical damage, and also give you advanced Deadeye features. So let's go over the optimal ability card setup for PvP. The first card should be painted black. This will automatically paint targets on enemies whilst you're in Deadeye. This has actually won me quite a few gunfights using this one, and even if people are quite a far distance, you can also mark headshots on them, so they can be very effective at taking out enemies. For your first passive card, I use Comeback Stronger. This card will give you passive health regeneration, and the more you upgrade this card, the more you're going to be able to upgrade your health. So obviously this is a very fundamental card. The second passive card should be Peak Condition. This one will actually give you more damage as long as your stamina bar is above 75%. So this should be an easy requirement to have over 75% stamina, because every time you die or respawn in the game, you're going to have 100% stamina. So you should always be getting a boost to your damage with this card. This will quite often mean if you hit an enemy in the torso, it will actually be a one-hit kill on them, because you're getting that damage buff. So even if you do miss the headshot with a powerful rifle, it still can be a one-hit kill. When you get level 40 and can unlock the third card, I recommend using Winning Streak. This card essentially means the more bullets you land on someone, the more damage they're going to do. So when this one is combined with the last card, Peak Condition, it's going to mean that if you hit someone in the chest and they do happen to survive, the next bullet you land on them is going to guarantee you that kill. So this card basically gives you critical damage on your opponents. Once you start using ability cards, also don't forget to upgrade them to make them more powerful. So once you start using a card and you earn 10,000 experience using it, you'll be able to upgrade it, and the first upgrade will cost $350. So these upgrades do tend to be quite pricey. However, they are permanently benefiting your character, so they are worth investing in because you're always going to have that passive benefit from having it active. Whereas if you spend your money on buying a new gun, you're only going to be benefiting from that gun if you're going to be actively using it, whereas these passive cards are going to benefit everything. The next tip I have for you guys is to time the jump. So you can perform a jump by pressing X on Xbox or square on PlayStation 4. It works very similar to the combat roll we could do in GTA Online, and the trick to using it in PvP is all about the timing. Now if your opponent does the jump, what you want to do is do the jump right after them, not at the exact same time as them. And what this will mean is that if you jump right after them, you'll be in a position to get up and lock on a headshot with them while they're finished their jump and are stationary. So what will usually end up happening is they'll miss their shot because you're performing the jump while they're ready, and it means that you can get up and get them before they're able to jump again, because there is somewhat of a cooldown on using the jumps. This next tip is a simple but effective one, but it makes you more difficult to hit for other players. So while aiming down your sights, you can hold X on PlayStation 4 or A on Xbox to strafe faster. By default, when you're aiming, you're only going to be walking while you're aiming, so it's going to make you a very slow and easy target for your enemies. However, if you hit the A button on Xbox, you're going to be kind of jogging while you're strafing, making you a lot of a harder target. The next tip is to purchase the Varmint Rifle. This is an absolute must-own PvP. If you're not using this weapon in Showdown game modes, you're just going to be at a huge disadvantage because pretty much every other player is using this weapon. When you learn to get headshots with the Varmint Rifle, you can pick off your enemies with headshot after headshot very quickly and easily. And it has such a high rate of fire, if you do miss a headshot, you can just shoot again extremely quickly. It's not like using a repeater or a bolt action rifle where you have that long delay before you can fire another round if you miss a shot. The best way to use this weapon is just to aim at your opponent, slightly flick up the aiming reticle to get the headshot for a one-hit kill. It's not recommended to shoot someone in the torso with the Varmint Rifle because it's going to take them so many bullets to actually kill them. Next up, make sure you use
A middle-class kid, Mike Bloomberg built his company from scratch, creating 20,000 jobs with quality healthcare and paid leave. He'll beat Trump, raise taxes on the wealthy, and deliver on healthcare and jobs. Mike Bloomberg for president.
Executions when you have the opportunity. So if being stealthy is an option, what you want to do is grab enemies and take them out with your knife. Meleeing someone is going to give you 10 XP, and the execution is going to give you another 10 points per kill. And then obviously you have the kill on top of that, giving you another 5 points. So in total that's 25 experience per kill, and more than that if you have the Ultimate Edition and getting the XP boost. So this can really stack up over time and help you earn experience in the game much faster by just stealth taking out execution enemies. The next weapon that is definitely worth owning is the bow. Now a headshot with the bow is an instant one-hit kill. You can sometimes also get a one-hit kill to their torso, but you're pretty much guaranteed at least a two-hit kill with the bow. The best part about the bow is how stealthy you can be with it. When you're shooting an arrow, there's no smoke or tracer line indicating where that bullet came from. The arrow is just going to come out of nowhere, make very little noise or indication of where you are, helping you stay in stealth and helping the enemy not know where you are to turn around or give them any opportunity to revenge you. At the higher levels you can also unlock recipes to craft better arrows, and then you're guaranteed one-shot kills every time. The bow is a very powerful weapon. Next up are split point rounds. So at rank 28 you can unlock split point rounds from purchasing the split point pamphlet from a fence and then reading it. Crafting split point rounds will give you a huge advantage in competitive situations, as you'll be dealing more damage per bullet. And not only that, but every kill that you get using split point rounds will actually give you an XP bonus for using special ammo. So using these special rounds are going to help you rank up even faster. The pamphlets are pretty pricey, but I do believe they actually got a slight discount from Update 1. The next tip is to make sure you're using gun wraps on your weapons. As you guys all know, guns require regular maintenance and you have to keep cleaning them, otherwise their performance will decrease. However, if you purchase a gun wrap at the gunsmith, this is actually going to slow down the rate your weapons degrade, meaning you have to clean them less often. And the more your weapons degrade, the lower their damage and the lower their accuracy will be, so using gun wraps can actually keep your weapons as powerful as possible for longer. And that leaves me with the 10th and final tip for you guys, and that is to make use of Deadeye. Now, a mistake a lot of players use is not using Deadeye in the competitive modes. So every time you get a kill in PvP, you're going to replenish part of your Deadeye meter. And the thing you have to watch out for is that your Deadeye cores won't be refilled after death like your stamina and health cores are. So that means that you have to get the kills to restore your Deadeye meter and then use your Deadeye within that life, or you risk losing it if you die. The Deadeye does work a little bit different from how it does in single player. It won't have the slowing down effect time like it does in single player. However, it can be used to very quickly paint targets on your opponents. Now, there's actually also a whole ability card setup that you can use to boost your Deadeye. Now, this is quite a high level ability card setup. I want to give credit to the Bird of Hermes, I think that's how you pronounce his name, for this specific card setup. And this is quite a high level setup. I believe he's rank 85 in Red Dead Online. So a lot of these cards are more high level cards, but they can make your Deadeye very, very powerful. So to go over this card setup, first of all is the rank 24 card, Slow and Steady. This one will make you take less damage and mean a headshot will not kill you while you're in Deadeye. As you can imagine, this card is very, very powerful, so if you're in Deadeye and someone tries to shoot you with a headshot, you're going to survive it, meaning you can turn on them and get the headshot on them and be able to kill them. It's Woody actually made a video showing how powerful this card is, and as you can see, he's just absolutely soaking up bullets and then returns to get one headshot on this enemy. And he probably thought he was a hacker or something from the amount of damage he was able to soak up there. The three passive cards to complement this setup are the rank 26, the Unblinking Eye. This will make your Deadeye and Eagle Eye drain slower. Rank 28, Eye for an Eye card, meaning headshots will restore Deadeye. And the third passive card is the rank 36 Cold-Blooded card, meaning after killing an enemy, you will regain health over the next 5 seconds. Now this combination of cards when used together is going to make you very powerful in Red Dead Online. You're going to be able to soak up a lot of damage and be able to constantly use your Deadeye to be able to avoid being killed with headshots. So guys, that was my top 10 tips and tricks to help you win more gunfights in Red Dead Online. If you did find this video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you could take a few seconds to leave a like. It really helps support my channel, and also subscribe if you are new so you don't miss out on any future videos like this. Have a good one guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Alright, so we've all been there, we've all bought something in Red Dead Online, thinking it was all the rave. Maybe you had a friend who told you it was awesome, or maybe
You click the fucking cheese, bruh.
You went out and bought it,
Bruh, I
and you're
just
disappointed with it,
won't.
or you're just scared of wasting your money because it's so hard to come by in Red Dead Online. Well, worry not, this is a master list of everything that you do not want to buy in Red Dead Online. So as per the format of this show, I've gone to my community tab and taken your thoughts and opinions and collected them together.
Alright,
We're
glitch.
going to react and talk about them and see basically what you guys think people should not be wasting their money on. But I actually am changing this one up a little bit. There's 3 sections to this because there's just so much to talk about. So we're going to start off with weapons, then we're going to move on to general, and then at the end we're going to talk about consumables. So if at any point you get bored of one of those sections, just go ahead and skip to the next one. I do want to say that if you at any point disagree with any of this, you've got to leave us a comment down in the comment section down below. Tell us what you disagree with and why. Not just what you disagree with, but why as well, because this is meant to help people who don't know about items in the game make informed decisions. So maybe I'm reading off a comment that you don't agree with, and you've got a super robust reason as to why X shotgun is great, or why this perk is great, whatever the case may be. Let us know in the comment section down below. So this is meant to be a community video and all sorts. I'm reading community comments, but I also want the community to comment and correct me, correct the community, really give more input than one person can. And the first category is actually going to be weapons / PvP, but mostly just weapons. We're going to start off with Druida523, and it says, for me, it's the jawbone knife. There's no reason to buy it at all. All you get is the knife, but it just looks different. It's just as good as the knife you start with. That was actually really surprising to me when we got it. I know in the story mode it's the exact same as well, but I just figured even if the hitbox was smaller, but it did more damage or something like that, I don't know. I just figured it would be a little more useful than the normal steak knife. I mean, I know it's not a steak knife, but that's how Arthur uses it, so that's what I call it, boy. But yeah, I mean, I just figured there would be more to it, and then it looks like this is a pretty common thought here, because the next comment I'm going to read is from yours truly, 2729. It says, I really hate the jawbone knife because it always gets swapped out for the normal knife, so you never actually use it. Now, I've experienced this a few times with the jawbone knife, because I am somebody who was silly enough to buy the jawbone knife. Actually, I think I got it for free on PlayStation, and I think I bought it on Xbox. The only melee weapon that I think people should be buying is the machete, and that's just for cool points. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't have a bigger hitbox, anything like that. But even with the machete, yours truly's comment here still reigns true, because a lot of the times I'll look for my machete, and all I've got is my knife on me, and it's really frustrating. It's never the jawbone knife, mind you. I never am like, well, at least I have the jawbone knife. It's always that normal knife. So I don't know what it is about the class system. It's just still not working. Even if you go set it up at the gunsmith and stuff, it just still isn't very robust. So this is, I mean, you should really hold off on any melee purchases at all until that gets sorted. But if you want to buy one, my recommendation would be the machete. And moving on to another comment here from Ken Morris. It says, the rare shotgun and never without one after recent patches. Now this is actually going to be a split comment for a lot of people. I know everybody hates the rare shotgun for the most part, and everybody still loves never without one for the most part. So I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say in the comment section down below about this. But yeah, as far as never without one goes for me, I thought it was super useful before all the patches and stuff. And just to give a little bit of backstory for those who don't know, before recent patches, I say before like the spring update, never without one was basically built to where if you got shot from the neck up, your head would take that shot and your hat would just fly off. Now, if you get shot in the hat, your hat flies off. And if you get shot in the face, you get shot in the face. Which makes sense, right? So, I mean, I can't really be too mad that Rockstar did that. However, it did make the card less useful in my eyes. But I know people like Hazard, who's a much better PvPer than I am, still really loves the card. So, interested to see what you guys have to say. Moving on to another comment here from Oscar Reyes. Or Reyes? Oscar Reyes? I'm not sure. It says, number 1, horse insurance. Number 2, jawbone knife. And number 3, lockbreaker. So like I said earlier, you know, some of these comments are going to have things that aren't just weapons in here, but I felt like because the jawbone knife was in here, just really trying to hammer home, nobody buy any melee weapons. And we got a comment here from somebody who was actually featured in last week's video, Screech Bell. He says, 95% of the guns I own, I literally use 5 of them. There's at least 2 that I have never even used. And I feel like this has been the biggest complaint since the first week of beta, right? Like, I remember making a video about my first impressions about Red Dead Online and how I felt like it had a ton of potential, but we needed to be able to sell weapons because we just don't need that many weapons in my wheel. And then, you know, I'll reiterate the points from that video, which is to say, in single player, where we had all these weapons, where this weapon wheel is taken from, right? The entire way we use the game in online is built on single player, just ported over to a non-slowed down experience. But when you take that slowed down thing out, when in the middle of the fight, I can't spend 15 seconds rifling through my weapons to find the right gun and then loading the right ammo and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't work in online. I'll be shot. So, you know, it's really whatever your quickest draw is, because I feel like everybody's got that spot that they can draw to the quickest. However, you know, if that's what you're using as a system, we need to be able to get things out of that wheel, so we can make it more efficient for us. I shouldn't have 5 rifles. I shouldn't have 5 repeaters and 5, like, it's just not useful. Next up, we got a comment here from Alex Martinez, and it says, gun customization. I can maybe tolerate spending 5 gold bars on a gun frame, but 5 gold gold bars on a gold trigger or bolt is just ridiculous. And this is the thing we've had conversations about on the channel as well, actually. But for me, I do enjoy the fact that there is a way to set yourself apart from people with like all gold weapons or whatever. However, how much money it takes, or I mean not money now because you can make gold through the daily challenges, which is really good. It'd take you like a month just to be able to deck out a few weapons. And so I do enjoy it to an extent because it's cool. You can see the different designs that people have, because some people want to be more frugal, which makes them lean on like, you know, nickel a little more instead of silver, stuff like that. And things will look good that way. And so when people really try to get creative at the gunsmith like that, that's the kind of stuff that I like it for. However, when you start to look at how much gold bar per amount of gold you're getting, it really starts to mess with your head a little bit, like Alex said. And then next up we got a comment here from Chatty, and this weapon is the mainstay of these videos. Everybody hates these. It's the high roller revolver, sucks the sweetest part of my ass, and that's got 5 legs. So apparently 6 people agree that the high roller revolver is trash, which is basically just a skinned double action revolver that you can buy from the fence. It is kind of cheap though. Next up we got a comment here from Jesse Dina, and it says poison throwing knives. Try using these on another player and you'll get shotgunned in the face. Yeah man, poison throwing knives, anything like that, pretty much anything poison in this version of the game is really best for hunting, and that's it. I actually don't really have any contacts for throwing poison knives at animals though. I don't remember if I've done that or not, especially not in the online, so I don't know if that's an effective means of hunting or if that's going to degrade the animal carcass completely. So somebody else let me know in the comment section down below on that. One of my loyal hunters. I would love to hear your thoughts there. However, as a whole, most things like this are pretty useless. Like if you throw a poison knife at somebody and the first part of the knife doesn't kill them and then the poison kills them, you're going to die and then just get after death kill. Like, so you're still gonna die anyway. So as a means of staying alive, they are not that helpful at all. As a means of like, I mean, I guess killing somebody, like just revenge, they're cool, I guess. But other than that weird revenge kill, I don't really know what they'd be useful for. We got another comment here from Shayan H, and it says, the Evans repeater. When it first came out, I wanted to try it and see if it was as bad as people said it was, and it turns out they were right. And this is actually one I wanted to touch on because I personally don't think the Evans repeater is that garbage. I know a lot of people don't like it. I'm sure we're going to see some comments about it in the comment section down below as well. It is no Lancaster repeater, and I repeat, like, the Lancaster is the best gun. It is the meta. You can just go grab it and do so well. It's not even funny. The Evans repeater you have to have to full proficiency before it becomes useful, and even then it's still not as useful as the Lancaster, but it makes a much cooler sound. So it's kind of hit and miss, right? Like there's a lot more bullets in the clip, so you can get a lot more shots off, but the shots aren't as I want to say they aren't as quality, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it, but they don't feel as solid when the bullet hits people. They just feel more solid from the controller vibration. So I feel like the Lancaster is more effective and the Evans repeater is more for like show. The Evans repeater is still a good weapon in my humble opinion, so I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments as well. I'm sure that one's people but anyway, just let me know what you guys think, and we'll move on here to the next comment from yours truly 2729 again actually, and he says, I regret buying the double action revolver / that one unique gambler's revolver because the double action is near useless. And as I haven't made the thumbnail for this video, I'm not sure if it is the second time around, but I know the first time around for this video, the thumbnail is actually Micah holding the double action revolver. It's like the worst weapon that you can buy in Red Dead Online, except for maybe the rare shotgun, but even the rare shotgun, depending on the game mode, you can do a lot more damage than the gambler's revolver or the double action in general. Next up, we got a comment from Crips, who is actually one of my mods on my Discord server, so shout out to you, Crips, and it says tinted metals for your weapon. We talked about this earlier as well. You know, I think in general, I think it's cool that you can do it, and I think it's cool that you can set yourself apart from people. I think the summer update is really going to hone in on a lot of those features, and honestly in a much cooler way than we can currently. So I'm hopeful that that is kind of, you know, the evolution of this to an extent. But I agree that the tinted metals are a waste of money. Like, they don't do anything for you. They're only for if you have extra gold bars. Like, I would not be like, oh yeah, you know, this really needs to be gold, so I'm gonna go spend $32 on our store and buy. Like, no. Like, I've definitely spent my fair share on gold bars for this channel so that I can showcase content here for you guys, but I am not somebody who has all gold weapons by any stretch, nor do I want to be. Next up, we got a comment here from Sean Rohan Swallow, and he says it has to be the Evans repeaters, number 1, and number 2, never without one since the nerf. So you'll see this has been a really reoccurring thing here. People are not a fan of the Evans repeater, and people, since the never without one nerf, people are not super stoked. However, this is my audience that is answering this question, and I personally am not a fan of never without one without the nerf, or with the nerf, excuse me. So, you know, this could be skewed as far as that sense. So like I said earlier, comments down below, let me know if I'm wrong or if we're wrong. I totally agree. I think the Evans repeater is better than a lot of people give it credit for, but, you know, a lot of people seem to not enjoy it. So I want to make that very clear. If you're looking for the first purchase, like first gun after your carbine repeater, go ahead and get a Lancaster, upgrade the barrel rifling on that, and you'll be fine. Next up, we got a comment from RH, and he says small game arrows. They don't work on rabbits, squirrels, raccoons, or any other small game that I know of, except for toads and frogs. I don't consider those game. If you came home from a long day of hunting, right, in real life, if you came home from a long day of hunting and you were like, honey, I got some game today. It's like, oh wow, what'd you get? And then you were like, frogs, toads. I don't think that would count. But if you brought home like raccoon maybe and like a rabbit here, if you came home with like rabbits, squirrels, raccoons, and a deer, and then some frogs and toads, and you were like, I got a bunch of game today, then they would fall under game, I feel like, just because they're in the wider group, they get to participate, right? But I feel like on their own, it's like, yeah, I shot some water creatures. I know there's non-water frogs, okay? I don't know what they're called, but I know they exist. I don't want people shaming me in the comments for my lack of frog knowledge. Next up, we got a comment here from Xander, and it says, for me, honestly, it's the offhand holster, because yeah, you do wield, but you waste more ammo and more gun oil, and it just looks ugly in the front. Worst of all, you gotta pay the same amount again for the same gun. And this is a great insight for newer players, because I think the default for a lot of players is to just go run and grab your offhand holster. I know the second that I could, I did. I know I suggested it way back in the beginning of the beta days, because in my experience, and in I feel like everyone's experience, when you play the story mode, dual wield is awesome. But dual wield is awesome because Deadeye exists, and like I said earlier, you can slow down time. So, you know, you can be a lot more choice with your shots. You've just got more ammo to keep shooting people. It kind of looks cool because you're a cowboy and you got 2 guns in your hand. You're like, blow, blow, blow. But in PvP, it's just not all that useful. And like Xander says, unless you're using 2 sawed-off shotguns, and even then I would say arguably 2 LeMat revolvers is way better than that, or even just 1. So, you know, again, check the comments, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people on this one specifically that are like, yo, you cannot be talking crap about the duel. Whoa, boy, I know some people are going to be feeling like that, so just check the comments down below. But honestly, I feel like this is a pretty solid answer for this stage of the game. I feel like it was everyone's go-to to jump in and grab an offhanded holster and grab 2 of whatever gun, but it's just a big time suck, and like Xander says here, gun oil gets bad, it looks bad in the front. I've seen a lot of people on Reddit asking how they can remove it, because they never use that slot anyway, so it really becomes like something you think is going to be cool, and then just isn't cool the more you use it. That's just my thought on it. Looks like Xander agrees. Hopefully some of you guys agree as well. And we're going to move on to the next comment here, but I'm going to rapid fire some of these off. It says, Evans repeater, upgraded saddlebags, any other kind of bait other than special skinner, extra horse slots, only need 2 horses, and most of the clothing is overpriced and ugly. Another comment here from DJI that says, high roller revolver, it's really bad. And then 2 comments here from Rohan Belsi, and it says, double action revolver. And then he goes, I mean, it's not really a bad purchase, but I wish we could remove the offhand holster because I regret getting 2. Another comment here that says the high roller revolver. And then we got one from Dominic here that says the Mauser at the top, which I was surprised to see in here. I personally hate the Mauser, but I know a lot of people really enjoy it, so I was surprised to see it in here. And then we've got some things that aren't particularly weapon related, but it says Perma Posse, no friends. The game to some extent for its lack of a preview option, large camp, same as Perma Posse, pocket watch, high roller revolver, and the rare shotgun. We got another comment here from Guns and Gear, and it says Evans repeater, any of the tonics since they spawn in for free around the world and you just have to look for them. O.C. Strauss says any non-throwable melee weapons, they're no good for the most part since the game wants you to rely on distance and cover. And then Stephen Davis says small game arrows, and J-Dub says never without one because it never works. And then Kushlord also, says the Evans Repeater. And then one I wanted to mention here, because I have not seen anybody say this in a good light in months, Dimitri says anything that is not the varmint rifle. So varmint rifle gang, are you still out there? Let me know in the comment section down below. How many people are actually using the varmint rifle still? I thought after the nerf everybody let go of it, but let me know. Maybe it's still worth picking up. And then the last comment here from Benny Studio says the double action revolver and the Litchfield Repeater. For those who don't know, the Litchfield Repeater has a little more damage at the price of accuracy and in comparison to Lancaster. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump into another category. And this one is going to be general, which is going to contain most of the highly rated comments from this post. Typically these would have been at the very beginning of the video, but I just felt like sectioning it out was going to work a lot better. Anyway, so we've got stealing from an NPC saddlebag is a bad investment for your face, and that has 118 likes. And I figured since we're doing bad purchases here, we should be talking about looting at least a tiny bit. If you do not pat a horse, if you do not ride a horse before you try to loot its bags, you will get kicked in the face. However, in Gun Rush, this can be useful sometimes because somebody else will ride a horse and then you can walk up and take from it. And sometimes I've noticed you're a lot more likely to be able to not get kicked in the face if somebody else has already ridden the horse, and then it's a good way to get free tonics inside of Gun Rush. But aside from that, and be wary, you will get kicked in the face a lot of times when you try that anyway. But I did want to say that, you know, that just save your faces, boys. And additionally, I think actually JM Cookie has a video about how to do this successfully and how to get a lot of loot doing it. So if I can remember to, I will link it down in the comments or down in the video description. Next up, we got a comment here from Jade, and it says, I can't ignore the fact that a hat costs more than a horse. And that has 83 likes, and I feel like that is just Red Dead Online summed up, right? Like, you can't sell wild horses for some reason, and the latest and greatest hat that Rockstar puts out is always more expensive than a horse. Like, isn't that insane? Anyway, obviously they're not more expensive than, like, Arabians and stuff, but it's still just crazy to me that, like, horses and hats are even in the same ballpark. Next up, we got a comment here from Cody King, and it says, extra stable slots. Once you have a good horse, there's no need for more. Another comment here from Young59, and he said, I'd have to say the little hand pocket watch and the lockpick. And I remember the lockpick being a very big thing for people. I remember it was really useful in story mode, and then like with a lot of the things in story mode, they're just not useful in online. For whatever reason, you know, stealth isn't really that big in online, so you don't have to sneak up to a coach and try to steal from it and get away without getting a 30-cent bounty. Because in single player, that's like $50, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on. But in online, it's like nothing if you get caught doing anything. So it's really not that big of a deal. And then on top of that, the only things you can really do with the lock breaker is there's a few locks on doors in game, and then there's a few locks on coaches in game. But all of them, I repeat, all of them can be broken with a gun. So it's really not that useful at all. And I don't know why they ported it in, except for the fact that they were just like, yeah, throw it in there. Next up, we have a comment here from Rudy Pelican, and it says, emotes. I like some emotes, but don't buy them at the beginning. Emotes is a really good thing to say not to buy. I would recommend the Prospector Jig, just because Prospector Jig is something I've noticed a lot of people do to each other to signify that they are friendly, but also the alternative to that is just a one whistle, like a short whistle. You're not calling your horse, it just gets people's attention, and I've seen some people on Reddit say that that's how they identify that they're friendly with each other. I mean, don't use that to grief people, obviously, but that is my advice there. So if you're a new player, maybe go buy the Prospector Jig, which I know is a gold bar emote, so like, please feel free to stone me in the comments, but I think that is useful just for getting out of a lot of trouble or getting out of a lot of fights if you're a newer player. And then on top of that, if you don't want to spend that money, the whistle is a good way to go. But yeah, a lot of these emotes are a huge waste of money. Next up, we get a comment here from Toast Trackman, and it says, the worthless lock breaker and the pointless pocket watch, and that is 31 likes. So it looks like a lot of people are agreeing with this whole lock breaker thing, but I think a lot of people are surprised at how useless the pocket watch was. But my thought is like, why did you buy it? Like, I don't understand why you would buy the pocket watch to begin with. And I'm not trying to like be rude here, but like, can somebody just let me know in the comments? I'm like genuinely a little bit confused. Why would anybody have bought the pocket watch besides just for like lulz? Like, I mean, what did you expect it to do that it didn't do? I'm literally confused. Like, what did you expect a pocket watch to do that it does not do for you? Next up, we get a comment here from Zeba, and it says the lockpick. I didn't buy it, but my friend did, and soon realized he could just shoot the lock open. His reaction was priceless. Another comment here from Jeremy Hall says camp upgrades with a laughing, crying face. And yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, I really liked getting the tent upgraded, and I like the fast travel post, but after you've got the tent upgraded all the way so that your cores spawn in at a high level, there's really no use for it, and then the fast travel post is just purely a time saver for me. So like, I enjoy it because there's a discount and I can just use it and it's quick. However, it's kind of like Ubering places. Like so if you're not the kind of person who calls a lot of Ubers, you're probably not going to be the person who wants a camp fast travel post. Like, that's just kind of how it shakes down. It's an unnecessary expense just to save time. So that's kind of how I think about it now. It's not necessarily the most useful thing. It is useful if you like to jump around to different points of the map, don't mind wasting some money, but I know a lot of people, and that's what this video is about, are really scared of wasting their money. So I do want to say at the top, it's a bit of a waste of money. It's kind of just, it's a thing you're going to buy just to throw more money into. So if you're not really keen on what it's going to give you, then I wouldn't buy it. Next up, we got a comment here from Kanye Easty, and it says gold bar bandanas. And you know, I think it depends on the outfit for sure, but in general, almost all the gold bar only items are not really worth buying unless you're somebody who's been grinding your daily challenges and you've got gold by the bushel to spend, or maybe you did some butchers and you've got a bunch of gold from that. Either way, unless you're just trying to get rid of gold, most of the gold only items in the shop are not worth buying. And then we've got another comment here from a Zero, and it says the lock breaker. You can only use it on one or two things. It's just $100 waste. I cannot believe how many comments still say the lock breaker. The next comment here from Macho Porter also says lockpick. People are just not into it. So we're going to switch it up a little bit and talk about something that I didn't know, and I have not done a comment thread on here that has brought me something that I didn't know in a long time. Justin Lee says hair pomade. If you have a female characters cannot use pomade in their hair, so it's useless to buy. That makes sense to me now after reading it, but I never would have thought of that before at all. I almost wish they would like give like a slick back version of their hair, like John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction, like, or you know what I mean, like it's something like that. It could be cool, but I'm shocked. I can't believe that they actually have something in the game like that you can't even use as a female character, but that you can go out and buy. I wondered if you went out and bought it as a female character, if Rockstar would reimburse you if you sent them a support message. I bet they would. So if you want your 12 cents back, you can go get it. And then we have another comment here from McKay A, and it says ... emotes. We got another comment here from Piatsky that says some of the newer clothes because I'm never using them. I also kind of regret buying explosive ammo because I can only carry 10 bullets, and I find that I'm not shooting players anymore. Which to me means two things. One, I guess, is pertaining to this video, and one is just a more general Red Dead Online thought, and considering the fact this video is 2 years long, in response to the whole clothing thing, yeah, I feel like we've already talked about this. A lot of the clothes are just, not only are they not period specific, right, they don't really seem like Old West clothes, they seem like that kind of GTA audience, like outlandish kind of, I don't want to put any spin on it like a negative way, but it just seems like they are very much for a different audience than the role player community. And then on top of that, this whole explosive ammo thing, you don't really use it. I think explosive ammo is useful only for PvP in general, but I don't really think it's all that useful in free roam. I know The Last Jedi is really, really good with Revenge of the Slippery Bastard. His explosive ammo anti-griefing series. I know he doesn't always use explosive ammo, but he normally does, and he, like, it was my first video I saw of his. He just wrecked some dudes with explosive ammo that were griefing him, and I was like, I need explosive ammo. This is amazing. But you know, with defensive mode and everything, it's not as useful as it was, and I think the griefing problem has gone down significantly in Red Dead Online. Although it is still very prevalent, it is just not, it's not like a griefer only game anymore. And when it was, I think explosive ammo was a lot more useful, and then now it's pretty much just, are you trying to kill somebody from far away with a sniper rifle? Maybe use explosive ammo and shoot them in the leg. Like, that's kind of, to me at least, that's kind of its only real use. But I think it is cool that griefing has gone down to such a degree that explosive ammo is kind of useless now. So, I mean, that is cool to me, but also the fact that we all spent like $1,000 on the pamphlet. Alright, we got another comment here from Baraminator Turkey, and it says canned food and the lock breaker. Next up, a comment from That Lazy Guy that says the lock breaker and the pocket watch have literally no use. And then Missing Link Media, which is actually a really good name, is coming through representing the fact that he thinks the Cavalier hat is a waste of money. And I want to touch on this because I know a lot of people are really going to bring up the whole canned food thing and like how what people are, you know, spending their money on as far as food goes. Personally, my thought is that you should only be using seasoned big game meat, and what I mean by that is go out and get one of the big 3 ingredients, that is thyme, oregano, and mint, and then get big game meat from alligators north of Saint Denis, or south of Saint Denis, I guess, and only use the big game meat from alligators, sell all the other meat you get, and then just season all the big game meat, and you'll get things that fortify your course. It's super useful. I use it all the time, and if you take this tip, you will definitely be thanking me profusely in the future. Moving on, we've got a set of comments here from Gnome, Aram, and Piglet. Gnome says some lock found in the back of wagons can only be opened by the lock breaker. Also, it can break locks silently, but it's still useless. And then Piglet says the lock pick, I really think it's useless online because there's never anything good in lock boxes and chests you find in free roam. And to be honest, I think both of these are spot on here, except I did have a question because I'm pretty sure there's nothing you can break with a lock pick that you can't break with a gun. So no, let me know which one of this is wrong in the comment section. And then as far as what Piglet says, I think honestly everyone was expecting all the drawers and chests and all that to get filled when we came out of beta, and then when they did not get filled when we came out of beta, I think we all were just very sad. And I don't know if that is a plan of theirs to make them worth looting in the future or if it's not. However, I will update you guys if I ever hear anything about that, but literally the lockpick is probably the most useless waste of $100 you can have, unless you're a female and you buy it. Moving on, we had another comment here from yours truly, 2729. It says, I regret buying a bunch of the new expensive clothes because I never used them anyway. And yeah, I've been talking about this a lot already, but I feel like a lot of the clothes are really built around this kind of more outlandish GTA style audience. And not a core Western audience. Like, I think the story mode was built to be a really immersive, realistic world, and then they're trying to take the online in a different direction. And I mean, that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to give my opinion on that necessarily today, but I just think that's, nonetheless, I think that's the way that they're routing the clothes. And then we got a comment here from Kraskell the Game Cat that says, ugh, a PlayStation Network subscription. And then we got a comment here that I'm pretty sure is going to be at least somewhat controversial, and maybe even in the wrong place. Mr. Mark Kanye Eastie's back here, and he says the Silver Bay Turkoman and Black Arabian. Now, I'm kind of surprised to see the Silver Bay Turkoman in this lineup. So let me know in the comment section down below if you guys actually enjoy this or if you do not. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about the Silver Bay Turkoman, because I'm shocked to see the Turkoman in here. I don't personally ride Turkomans because I'm a Foxtrotter guy myself, but I'm really surprised to see the Turkoman in here. The Arabian, totally agree with. And then we've got an interesting one here that I want everybody to kind of perk up and listen to. If you've got me on in the background, take a minute and listen to this specific one. It's a glitch that I did not actually know you could trigger by doing this, because, I mean, I haven't done this. So, but anyway, this guy named Tom Wright wrote in and said, a fifth horse, because there is a glitch whereby one or more of your horse's cores will become permanently red if you buy a fifth horse. To fix it, just sell that horse. So if you buy all these stables and fill all the stables with your horses, it will make one or more of those horses have a permanently low core. And I did not know that you could trigger this bug and then get rid of the bug. So I wanted to put this in here because I thought it was super useful, and I did not know about it, so I wanted to put it in here so that you guys could know, and hopefully save yourselves this pain. And then finally, we get a comment here from Hoyboy86 that says, stables, although cheap, you only need 2 horses max. And then I'm actually going to switch categories now. We're going to jump into the last category, which has the fewest comments, but that doesn't mean that they're not just as important. Everyone's the same. But we're moving to the last category here, which is consumables. And the first comment here is from Sean K, and it says, buying canned provisions is something I refuse to waste money on. I eat what I hunt and cook or loot from NPCs. We already talked about the big game thing earlier, so I'm not going to reiterate that here, but that is the #1 tip for all of this. I would just take it away and run with it. The next comment here is from VJokers313. It says, wasting my money on horse provisions because I didn't know I could pick carrots in the world of Red Dead Online. Also buying the most inaccurate gun in the game, that being the double-action revolver. Sorry, I didn't realize he trashed the double-action revolver in here. I feel like the double-action revolver's gotten enough trashing in this video, but I mean, hey. The next comment here is from It's Your Boy, and it says, buying horse herbs, then realizing I can beat the farmers at Emerald Ranch to get free supplies, which is something I also didn't know. So if you guys want free horse tonic supplies, go ahead and beat the guys up in Emerald Ranch, and then free roam, and then beat them up again, and then you'll be able to stock up. Another comment here from Datahara, and it says, tonics, extra horses, camp themes, Crips outfits, and never without one perk card tier 3. All of which we've talked about except for the camp themes. I personally am a fan of the Traveling Opulence one. That's just because I'm kind of snooty, so I like it. I like going to my camp and having it look like I just ransacked some like super rich dude who was traveling the country. I like it, but I don't think it was worth the money. So that being said, you know, it's enjoyable, but I don't know if it's worth $1,000. And as far as never without one perk card tier 3 goes, we've already talked about that a little bit here. But just to reiterate, I would love for you guys to let me know what you think about never without one in the comments, because I know that it's a hot button issue. Moving on, we got a comment from Toshiro that says potent predator bait, and I've actually not been a prolific or proficient user of bait in either the single player or online, so I don't know if it's useful at all. I've never really hunted that way. I just kind of go find the animals, so I mean, it's probably less efficient. It probably takes me more time, but I think it's a little more fun that way. But if you guys are users of bait, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this. And then we've got another comment here from Devin Haddix, and it says food or tonics from the stores because it's just as easy to make both with little effort. And I think that kind of wraps up the consumable section. There's some more comments here that we'll go through, but that is the main point here, is you should just be crafting and making and picking the stuff from the world. Rockstar really likes to tax the fact that people don't want to spend time in Red Dead Online in the free roam. They like to, you know, make it so that you can buy tonics from the PvP menu and all that kind of stuff. Whereas if you just spent a little time in free roam, you would be able to perform much better than a lot of people in the PvP menus that don't use that feature. And then we're going to rapid fire off these last few comments here, and they are all the same comment, and they come from Ted, Johnny B, Evan, and Brad. And it says, canned food and winter coats. Canned food. Canned food. Canned food. So, I mean, all in all, I would say we should just kind of tap out on canned food. If you're not me, and you're not buying canned pineapple, or you're not buying canned pineapple to send me a screenshot on Twitter or something, then I would not waste your money on it. So, thank you guys for tuning in. This is where I'm going to wrap this video up. I actually had to re-record part of it. I don't know if you guys could tell the energy switched up or something. That is, I had this video. It was very, very long. I recorded for about an hour, and apparently Audacity, in the middle of it, decided that I had been recording for too long, and really just started to make me sound terrible. Like, the crackling was egregious, and I'm sure you guys could probably hear it leading up to where the audio switched over, but that's okay. I just trying to find a sweet spot where it had like not crackled much before, and I started recording from there. So thank you guys for tuning in. I did want to say we hit 20,000 subscribers, which is insane. I never thought I'd have that many subscribers, and it's really crazy to even think about. So thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. The friendships and everything that comes with this whole thing are ones that I will never forget, and it is very, very cool to be a part of it. It's cool to be a part of this community, and I want to thank you guys for liking the stuff that I post and enjoying the perspectives that I give, and for getting the value out of the things that I try to make valuable. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for leaving comments on these posts and everything like that. If you want your comments featured in another video, hit the subscribe button and then click the notification bell. That is the key. That is the key to getting me one of these videos. You gotta click the notification bell, and then hit it, punch it, shoot it, smack it with it, whatever it is that you do. I don't know, YouTube's got some cool features now. I don't know if they've got one, but make sure you have the notification bell clicked, because that means you will get the notification when I post a weekly task post, which is not the same as a video. Videos already kind of go out, kind of don't, but you will never get a notification for a community task post if you don't have notifications set. So, but that's where I get all these comments from, if anybody's Andreas. So, I just want to say again, thank you guys for joining Kelly, and I'll see you very, very soon with a brand new Red Dead Online video. Bars.
Well, hello, glorious people of the interwebs, and welcome back to Red Dead Online. We've got the posse back in action. We're going to be doing some more Red Dead Online shenanigans today. Want to stream some Monster Hunter World, but, I don't know. I figured we'd check this out a little bit more, and then we'll get back into some more Monster Hunter World. We got to prepare for Rajang when it releases, although I do have a couple pretty good builds now. But I hope everyone's having a great day. Let's see if we can invite one more to the posse. I tried to get you in, Iceman, but you're full on posses. I tried to get on chat. I messaged it in the game, so sorry. You don't get invited when you join the session, you're full on posses. Chris, what's going on, man? Lady Boy, Bungalus, Matt Spar. How's everybody doing today? Let's see. I haven't actually messed with the trader in a while. I figure, you know what, we might as well make some money. Trader's a little low on materials. I could have swore I had this at more. I was at plentiful last time, and I was at like 48 materials, so I don't know how we went to low, but whatever. It is what it is. But I stocked this up earlier. I don't know how it got to low without making more stuff, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Has a demand for supplies, and Group 2, them, has said supplies in their possession.
Hey, Dottie, how you doing? Gibbo, Tibbo, Hibbo, Wibbo. Oh, Lewis, thank you for the support. Oh, it's only a wagon. Man. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because I have everything maxed out already. So I don't necessarily need the XP anymore. Because you get the same amount of resources regardless. I wonder if maybe they got rid of that because it was leveling people up too quick, maybe. I haven't seen one in a little while where you bring in multiple bags. Otter Kramer, what's going on, man? Glad to see you here. Thank you so much for the super chat, you glorious human you. I greatly appreciate it. What's my favorite role? I like all of them when you play them together. I don't think, like, if they only released one role, I don't think any of them would be solid on their own. Because there's honestly not a lot to them. I'm gonna be honest. But when you have all of them, it does feel pretty good. But I guess if you were to get one job, I would have to say it's kind of hard to choose. Because the trader is passive, so you can't really actively do it. The collector you can actively do, and I really like the collector. But I also really like the bounty hunter when you get higher level and into the legendary bounties. I don't think I can nail a favorite yet, because each of them has a fault, and each of them have their bonuses to them. But I don't think any one is better than the other, really. At least that's my opinion. I don't know. They're all pretty even, honestly. I really do like the legendary bounties, though, that they get more difficult as you complete them. To the point of, from what I've heard, extreme difficulty, which is really nice. How is the trader passive if you have to hunt? What do you do after you hunt? Nothing. You wait for hours. Passive. So you do some hunting, then you wait for an hour, then you do a production mission, then you wait for an hour, then you hunt, then you wait, then you hunt, and then you wait. It's not nearly as an active doing of things as the other jobs are. We're gonna lose our wagon! Roshi, what's going on? Clark's community concussions. What's going on? You didn't get a concussion the other day, did you? I'm at school in my honors chemistry class. Nice. Don't fail honors class because of my live stream. Thank you so much for the support. Becca Davis, what's going on? Thank you so much for re-upping your membership. How are you doing today? Greatly appreciate the support. Ginger Beast in the house. Offleon's Heavy, what's going on? Will you cover Iceborne on PC when it releases? I'm predicting it will either have more content, it will not have more content, and it will not make up the gap in anything, because the regular Monster Hunter didn't do any of that either, and they will not do it for this. They just don't really care that much about the PC. I don't think I'll play it again when it releases on PC. I think I'll probably just stick to the PlayStation, because it did not run very well on the PC last time, so I'm just going to stick to the PlayStation this time. Even though I did put 2,000 hours over there. Accepted your invite, but oh well, I'll need to change the headset anyway. Maybe next time. Oh, Captain Redbeard, I tried to get you in. Thank you for the super chat, man. I greatly appreciate it. Hope everyone's doing well. So I figured, we'll do some collecting, we'll do some trading. We'll make some money. I don't know if Fritz has enough stuff here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of hunting real quick. And then, basically, however much we get during this session, we'll just do the trade thing real quick. I guess I'll see if we can find some animals around. Actually, let's go pick up a bounty real quick. Maybe it'll pop us into a solo session. And if we get lucky, we get into a solo session. We don't make anything from the bounty, but at least we'll be able to hunt animals without having any issues. Unless the update today fixed animal spawns. I don't know if it did or not. Becca Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. And Alpha Wolface, thank you for the super chat. Renewed my membership, howdy. My niece was born Sunday. She's perfect and squishy. I don't think you're supposed to squish babies. You can boop them, though. Becca, thank you so much for the super chat. And congratulations on the brand new baby niece. That's awesome. Actually, you know what? I can just accept this one here. I completely forget that they're, like, everywhere. I'm completely, like, forget. These even words that I'm saying out of my mouth. There's the bounty board. I'm up to tier 4. I haven't done it yet. And I'm saving it. Do you guys like the episodes that I've been doing where we do obviously the main bounty on Tuesday, and then the following days we release videos doing the higher tier bounties in weird ways? Tomorrow's episode is going to be epic. It's the tier 3 bounty, and I do it with only a hammer. It's basically the most epic bounty hunt you will ever see. Is crossplay ever going to be a thing, and what do you think the best money-making strat is? Crossplay is never going to be a thing. I highly doubt it. Maybe on the next gen of consoles. It's a treasure map! Ha 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 ha! Whoever kills it first gets the treasure! That's gonna be me. Oh, no, I missed. No, I would not hold my breath for crossplay. And the best money making? Honestly, everything makes good money right now. But I would guess doing the collector and trader at the same time would be the best money-making method. So you do the collector, and while you're hunting, you're collecting things, and then you trade it in, and then you collect things, and then you do your supply missions, and then you collect things, and you'll just make literal assloads of money. I haven't even sold my collector's stuff yet, and I've made about $6,000 in this update. Honestly, just whatever you do is gonna make money. There's really no strategy required. Just play and enjoy the game. That's all there is to it. Don't grind hard on something you're not gonna enjoy it. Just play and have fun. Becca Davis, thank you for the super chat. I smooshed your chubby cheeks. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. That's adorable. Oh, thank you guys. It's hammer time. It was awesome. The tier 3 bounty with only a hammer. I can't wait to show it. It's a lot of people were complaining that some of my gameplay has not been very good, so I've showed them how good I can play when I'm serious. Super serious hammer tag arrives tomorrow morning. Get hyped, because people's faces get smashed in. Literally started the day before the update. Any suggestions for role to unlock first, thinking the bounty or the trader? It depends on what your motivation is. If you want to play and make gold from a job, you pick the bounty hunter. If you want to be able to make a lot of money, like every 3.5 hours, then pick the trader. If you want to level up a job and get tons and tons of XP to also level your account, I highly recommend the collector. The collector will make you tons of money, and you will level up extremely fast. Not only in the collector role, but your character role too. Like, it does not get better than the collector XP. It's just stupid amounts, especially once you get the metal detector. You'll just be literally pooping out money and XP, like 24/7. Maybe I shouldn't speak so highly of it though. Is that a person? Yeah? Okay, I just didn't want to shoot the bounty. And Senseo! Oh, man. And Senseo. Why to pay $5 for a treasure map? Exactly! Exactly. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the corgi booty shake. What did you guys do to the bounty? You drowned him! What the hell? He was all by himself! What did he do to... I mean, he probably deserved it. Is he glitched? He's glitched. Murder! They freaking drowned his ass and then stabbed him. I was actually playing some free aim lobbies earlier. I was wrecking face in free roam lobbies. I can't stream and play PvP though. Like, I just can't talk and play good at the same time. Hurts McGurts, you need to make a tag booty shake for 20 or more. Nobody wants to see that. I would lose my channel. Nobody wants to see it. How come my glasses? I don't want it to be fixed. Stop mentioning the sunglasses. I don't know if it's a glitch that I have sunglasses or it's a glitch that other people don't have sunglasses, but I don't want it fixed. Let's pretend like it doesn't exist, because I will stop wearing these glasses the second they are see-through. Going to Eagle Eye and the bounty glows red, so you can pick them out of the crowd? Yes, that is true. I should totes do that. We're gonna look for treasure, baby! I got so much treasure, it's not even funny. I also released a video on this week's Madame Nazar's super fancy collection of Doom. I released that last night. Feel free to check it out. I gave a bunch of locations on possible spots for it to spawn. Anytime you pass any of those spots, just grab it. You can hand it in multiple times a week. As many times as you can, really. And you'll make a ton of money and a ton of XP doing it. Animals are not fixed. I didn't think they would be. That's unfortunate. Forgotten Helm, thank you for the heads up. And Fluffy, thank you for the super chat. You glorious season you. What's going on, Lakota? Tab, Mystic Muted. I also want to do a special thanks to all of my patrons, members, and sponsors out there.
Up your mom's cunt. Up your mom's cunt.
Treasure here. Treasure comes first. Treasure is
Your girl's.
My dragon senses.
Oh my god, her voice, yeah. No, it's not an insult. I just want to hear your voice so I can come. How do those cunt nipples look? I can't even imagine what those little cunt nipples look. Yeah, no. To the females, Merry Christmas. How do your nipples look like? I bet you guys have nice looking nipples. No. I just can't imagine what, like, other women's nipples look like. I bet they have nice looking nipples. No, your nipples probably look... No, honey, you! No, you! Like, how do your nipples look?
And awfully honest, thank you so much for the super chat. I find a place where you
Because I bet you have, like, pretty nipples. Oh, you have hard nipples?
if you ever so slightly boop a dying animal with your horse, they'll mercy kill it, no star loss. Oh, that's actually really cool.
Why would I wanna...
I had no idea that worked. I wish they would just, like, re-put in the actual mercy kill. It would make me
I wanna...
so happy.
Yeah, I wanna pick... Yeah. Oh my god, you're blowing me up in the game.
The collection areas that we find...
Fuck your mom. Your mom's cunt smells funny.
Try and show them on the map from now on. But often, thank you for the corgi booty shake, you beautiful human, you. I appreciate it.
You're so fucking creative. Ho ho Hollywood. Ho ho Hollywood.
Helping out.
Your mom's a cunt.
With the stupid comments.
Oh my, I have nothing negative to say. I want...
Deagle Steve, what's going on, man?
Okay.
Welcome back.
I will fuck off, and I'd eat every single one of the females' pussies that is in this game.
Like to join.
Go ahead, shoot me.
I'm not exactly sure how it works if I can't join my own channel, but
Oh, please don't kill me no more.
the other options should show up. Oh, that's a poopy deer. A 2-star deer. 1 star. We'll just get the pelt. Oh wow, we gotta kill 20 animals for today's thing. Lycan Lounge, welcome back. I always brighten my day. My mom got out of the hospital.
What?
Oh, I have a tumor.
I don't know.
Trying to distract myself. You're going to cheer me up. Lycan Lounge, I'm sorry to hear. I'm glad, first and foremost, glad your mom's out of the hospital. Sorry your dog has a tumor. I hope it's nothing too serious. I mean, obviously,
Please stop killing me. Oh no.
Less devastating than others. So I hope it's hope things go well for you. But yes, distractions are the best. That's what I do. That's why I work so much. Or used to work so much. I still work a lot, but it's not really. Now it's because I like creating content for you guys. But thank you all so much for the support. Lycan Lounge, thank you for the super chat. What's the easiest way to get experience for roles? Play the roles. Play them. But I highly recommend to all of you out there, yeah, like leveling up the roles is cool and all, you know, but don't try and plow through it too quick. The only thing that I regret so far about this update is that I plowed through the content so fast. And I highly recommend just taking your time, appreciate it, explore the world. There's so many things in the world now that just take your time. They'll level up naturally.
Like your
Don't
girlfriend.
hardcore grind 1. If you have all 3 unlocked, just play them in a way that is fun rather
Your
than
girlfriend's
like,
a
oh
cunt.
my god, I need to grind. I didn't even try the hardcore max one out. Just play all the jobs at once, you know? It's going to be way, way more fun. This isn't really like the crazy need to min-max things in this particular game. Like, just enjoy it. Because the sooner you run out of content, the sooner you're going to be saying the game's terrible again. And Dying Fox, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate the support. Would love to game with you sometime. We try and get people in as much as possible. Although the invites right now are completely broken. I can only invite, like, people in the crew for some reason. Or whatever shows up on my first page. All the other pages are broken. I don't know why. Really frustrating, to be honest. There's a lot of people that we haven't been able to get into the posses since the update came out. When you hit 30 of a collector item, it's supposed to force the system to give you different items. So it's good to hoard. I was wondering if that's the case, but you can't get 30 of an item. Some of them are like 10, some of them are like 9. All kind of random. But, yeah, supposedly it's supposed to start giving you other items, which is why I'm just hoarding everything. I'm just gonna get max everything and just chill like a gangster dragon. Might drag. Oh man, look, these guys are just murdering everything. Not opposed, but might drag you. Thought I just heard Madame. Hey, Madame Nazar's up here. I forgot. To go by a map. And Holly Tyrell, glad to see you back on Red Dead Redemption 2. Thank you so much for the support. I greatly appreciate it. And Lycan Lounge, thank you for another super chat. Thank you for much love. Blow someone up for you, Hog Tie and Kaboom. I got you, boo. I got you. I will blow this. I almost said that wrong. I will blow up the poop out of somebody. You don't even want to know what I almost said. Waffle Man, thank you for the super chat. I'm back, baby, but I need sleep because school night. Have a good night. Get some rest. Need that beauty sleep for school. Also, do you guys like the outfit? I haven't decided if I like just wearing the bounty hunter stuff or if I like making my own outfits. I always do enjoy, but we haven't really gotten any new clothes that we can make anything new with, which is kind of sad. Glad to catch another live stream. Keep it up. Nicole C, thank you for the super chat, and glad to see you here. We got some elk, some poor stuff, some more poor stuff, and a poor buck carcass. Still four units of stuff. It's not bad. Excuse me, I don't know way more than one thing. What's the point of playing if you glitch the whole way up? Glitch thousands? Exactly. It defeats the purpose of playing in the game. I don't know. I quite like the pace of the game right now. It's got a really good feel to it. Obviously, there's some improvement. I will be doing a review. But I wanted to max everything out and get gameplay as being maxed out before I actually reviewed the game. Expect an actual review here very soon. Excuse me. Die, please. You got him. And Stu Hut Games, what's going on, man? How you been? Glad to see you here. Evening, y'all. Catch you on the weekend tag. You got 289 for arrowheads. Nice. Collection items are random, so won't be there for all. It's the locations, the spawn is random. Yes, like, and all it comes down to, I think, is all the spawns the first day were the same for everybody. But depending on what you collect, there's about a 2 to 3 day respawn timer on all the locations. So if you collect from a location one day and then you're like, oh, maybe I should go back there, it's like not going to be there. But the spawns, the locations themselves are very, very specific. It's the randomness of the locations for that one. Like, there's a bunch of bracelet spawns and they have a chance to be in any of the bracelet spawns. So if you know all the bracelet
Your mom's
spawns,
a cunt.
you can harvest or collect all the bracelet things. There's a whole stuff to it. I've been trying to make a video on it, but it takes a lot of time. Stu Hunt, thank you for the super chat. 1150. Teabag that like button. Oh my god. It's free booty shake. Stu Hunt, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I greatly appreciate it.
Fucking mom is cheaper.
I don't know if anything that I just said
Your mom's
items made
tits
any
taste
sense.
so good.
My brain was like not working. It was twerking.
Twerking like your mom on a pole.
Ooh, salvage mission. This is like my favorite thing to do. Let's do that. I love the salvage mission. Increase the dragon horde. Julian Santos, yeah.
Yeah, why don't you hop
Definitely
off?
not an intended feature of not having the animals. You can tell because when you get into a solo session, everything works fine. It's just that I think they just don't have enough CPU and RAM allocated for the servers, or I don't know what they're doing with their server clusters, but they just don't have enough oomph for everything right now. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they just don't want to put up the money for it or what. Or if there's like some kind of memory leak or something, who knows? Nobody knows. Hunter Hayes, can't stay, but happy weekend, Tag and Tag Nation. I told you, make you a mod and you never show up again. Just teasing you, man. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. It is very much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. And Austin Church, thank you for the corgi booty shake. thought I could catch my first stream. I was curious. Would recommend the Breton or the Criollo? Criollo? Whatever it's called. I would recommend either of them. Right now, I'm in love with the Breton, but the Criollo... I can't say the word right now. The Criollo is quite good as well. I don't know why this horse won't sprint all of a sudden. I'm not a fan, but thank you for the super chat. I would recommend the Breton. I love the Breton right now. It's a little bit beefier than the other horses, and it's got really great temperament. So, if you're looking for a horse with a great temperament, oh, that's what you guys were talking about, where the eagle eye is broken. It is indeed broken. I can't sprint with eagle eye right now. Supposed to be a freaking item here. Ooh, we got a hairbrush. A goat hairbrush. Ooh, baby. I'm so far back in chat right now. Thank you so much again for the super chat.
Peek. Pick it. Peek it. Peek. Eat. Peek. You're a pretty girl. Yeah, I know. No one can see you, honey. You're the prettiest girl. If people on YouTube could see you, then they'd totally see you, honey. Yo, shout out to Jay Stone. He got 20 people watching up in the stream. Let's go check it out. Undate Mada on Jay Stone's channel. Let's go check out Jay Stone real quick, guys. Yo, shout out to RJ on Trippy Commentaries. I like RJ. I'm pretty sure RJ is live right now. I know Jay Stone's live right now. Last I seen, he had 20 people live on his. Shout out to y'all. I think I got like 5, 6 people. No, Jay Stone's got 21.
To even start up your live stream, it's fucking ridiculous. Shout out to all y'all motherfuckers that's on deck, my dudes. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully everybody's had a really good night. I had a really good day. Pretty busy.
That's Jay Stone right there. I'm gonna hop on this stream, guys. I'm gonna end my stream. I'm gonna go say what up to Jay Stone, guys.
That wasn't even going. I have no idea. YouTube's got shit like really fucked up, and it's really annoying me because now I gotta like. Before I didn't have to reset. Now I gotta reset my thumbnail, reset my title, reset my description every time I go live. I gotta reset the monetization, etc., 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 etc. Like every time I go live now. It's kind of fucking ridiculous, though, to be honest. Even now, it's showing like I have no idea. Wrong thumbnail and shit. Man, they got this shit all fucked all the way to fuck up. Oh boy, it's pissing me off. Make sure everything is on and good. Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect.
Hell yeah, shout out to him, man. Jason, I'm gonna hop in there and say what up to
I am
Jay.
not digging it. Hey Jay, bro, how are you? Pretty good, my dude. Pretty good. Shit. We're gonna be playing some Red Dead Redemption on PC tonight. We're gonna be fucking with different mods and whatnot. Hopefully you guys enjoy. We'll probably
We're gonna hop on Jay's chat real quick.
Yeah, I don't
What
think
up?
anybody got notification. I did upload more than one video though. That's probably why. But hell yeah, let's go ahead and fuck with mod menus and whatnot. Oh boy, so ridiculous, man, so ridiculous. Jay, can someone unban me from your Discord? I was wrongfully banned. My name is El Chapo Sr. What'd you get banned for? Hello, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Johnny Bash, what's up, dude? Nightbot's on deck. Fat Boy Gamer, what is up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Sniper, Unicorn, UVG, 227, what's up, man? Fat Boy Gamer, what you been doing, buddy? Kevin Stone is on deck, Occasion 71. Steven or Stephen Martell, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Hell yeah, so let's play some fucking, let's play some games, my dude. So in some way, like, I really want to fuck with, the ped changer, because there's a ped changer that gives you the ability to be like a fucking, just a roaming carcass, and I want to find that. I don't know where that is or what it's from. Talking to a rival crew. I didn't break any rules. What do you mean talking to a rival crew? What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean, my dude? What does that mean? He was talking smack to you. You must have said something out the way to get banned. You had it. Like, you don't get banned for no reason. You must have said something to get banned. Who banned you then? You had to say something off the wall or something like that to get banned. Sure. Heck, he's nuts. What's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. You had to say something, man. Make another Discord. You want me to be cordial. Fuck, I don't know what to say. Can I have one more chance? Depends on what you got banned for, man. To be honest, it depends on what you got banned for. Usually ain't no second chances. It really don't work like that. I rarely get a second chance. Oh man, oh man. Oh, shit. Oh, Rick, 50 people in the building think I got to tune in, hell yeah. Damn, Jay, lost your subs? Huh? Lost my subs? How many did I lose, Earl? Let me know. How many subs did I lose there, buddy? Let me know in the chat about how many subs I lost, please. You know, a rough number. Robert Collins, what's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Shout out to that guy. I'm curious how many subs I lost. Let me know for real, because I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't paying attention. Yeah, let me know for real. Oh my god, man, it's just probably not long. lose subs though? I ain't lost no subs. My channel's continuously growing. What are you talking about? How did I lose subs? Are you talking about viewers? Notifications didn't go out. Viewers and subs is a totally different thing. I don't lose subs. My sub count has never went down, ever. Since I made my channel. My sub count has never went down. Not one day in history. Alright, so let's activate as a matter of fact, let's not activate that just yet. Let's get my shit together before we activate that because I'm about to be fucked, I see. Alright, I got a couple weapons on deck. Got unlimited ammo, no reload. We're gonna go with regular ammo for a little while. We'll go with regular ammo for a little while. We're gonna go ahead and turn on Zombie Apocalypse now.
Yo, TJ, make a J Stone Hater channel.
I cut off my radar and all that so you can just see the full screen. Jay, does the Cougar Duke still work? I'm pretty sure it does. Who the hell dislike?
Yo!
Lost you.
We need to make a fucking haterade channel.
I took a break from YouTube for a week, and then whenever you do that, holy shit, you lose out. When you break the cycle on YouTube, it takes a toll on your channel. I just broke the cycle, is all. Damn, motherfucker, that was my favorite hat. Motherfucker, that was my favorite hat.
Yo! I'm just kidding, he's